The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with JEllis Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that JEllis is doing.
It's like a Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good like pineapple salsa.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire.
Yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We've moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam. All you need to bring is a package of diapers, from the tiniest ones to adult diapers. It doesn't matter. Bring a package of diapers. It gets you in the door for all days worth of fun.
The whole thing benefits Wichita Children's Home, so dig deep. Aaron and Austin Show will be out there advertising and promoting and talking to everybody, so come say hi.
Yeah, we're going to be live on location all day long podcasting while the concerts are going on, while the fun's going on, while the vendors are out there, so make sure you get out and support it all.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Diaper Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on that. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced it at all.
Yeah, and then we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out. They're doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contest. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Awesome. Make sure that that you get your VIP ticket if you want to come holler at the Aaron and Austin Show. We're going to be there all the time having a great time.
The VIP ticket really is worth it. That air-conditioned bar last year was about the best
clutchest thing I've ever been involved in. So, and if you want to camp, they got plenty of camping accommodations. They got just so much going on out there. This is going to be the biggest party in the city coming up. So make sure that you support the Diaper Jam 2024.
This is episode 90?
This is episode 90.
Holy fuck balls.
We are 10 away from 100. Special shout out to JEllis Kitchen. They're getting back going on January 1st. They are official sponsor for the month of January, so I want to give them a full shout out if you want to get out there and try that pineapple pico that he's got going on them fried tacos on Monday nights out there at the Shamrock Pop-Up.
Shit, yeah.
Make sure you get over to that. We're wrapping up heavy metal fucking holidays with Odds Against. We got the whole fucking band in here today. Yeah. So we're having a good time. We want to take a quick moment. We're not going to drain on it, but I do want to say by the time this comes out, they are pulling a good friend of ours off life support on Friday, and that this will come out after that. And we want to say nothing but thanks to Jason Wynn and everything he's done for me and this podcast and our friends and the music industry and just everybody. The man was nothing but a treat to be around. So I will do a shout out to rest in peace to Jason Wynn. One of my favorites.
He supported everybody.
Man, really did.
Without hesitation, without cause, without asking for anything back. He was always one of those guys that will make it happen. And I love a dude that will say, let's make it happen. Those are my favorite kind of people. Don't give me a bunch of excuses why we can't do shit. Fuck that. Let's make it happen. So a big shout out to him. And I hope everyone had a great holidays. I hope you had a safe and fun New Year's Eve. So shout out to everybody on that one. That's all intro I got for today. So.
Now we're here with Odds Against today?
Yes, we are. We are here with Odds Against, doing everything Odds Against, doing everything heavy metal holidays this week.
So why don't you guys introduce yourself? Tell us kind of what you do in the band.
Yeah, give everybody a shout.
I'm Smashlie. I'm lead vocals.
I'm Greg, guitar and backup vocals.
Come on in, everybody. You got to come in for this one. Everybody. Oh, and you can
John on the drums.
and you can move that mic. That mic moves pretty well. So does that one.
I'm Andrew. I complain about everything.
So the bassist.
I'm Toby, bass player.
Nice.
We love bass players here at this show.
So how long has this current setup been together? Like I know you guys have got at least 4 albums that I could see that I was listening to today.
Yeah.
I know that the album that is currently out is half her singing and half the last lead singer.
Yes.
So unpack that for us a little bit.
Well, he ended up moving away, and I have been.
Right after we recorded.
Yes. Yes.
And Jason is the old lead singer? I don't know him
I
personally,
was
but
so sad, man, because he was so killer. But then, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
So were you going to be involved in the band before Jason left, or maybe do a dual lead singer thing, or is this did he leave and they filled with you, or how'd that go?
Actually, I've been family with all these guys for a really long time, and I was just a super fan. You know, up front at every show, screaming all
Paid
the
off.
words. Yeah, and now here I am. You know, that's how it worked. So.
Tell them that story, didn't Mike? We actually got her on stage a couple of times prior to her.
Oh, yeah.
So she had been brought up on the stage as like a kind of special guest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a couple
And you
of
knew all the
shows.
fucking lyrics and everything.
Yeah, pretty
Good
much.
for you. So way to be prepared for your fucking moment.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so let's back up a little bit. Did you have any singing experience prior to joining Odds Against? Were you in a band or anything like that?
Yes.
So tell us how that all started.
I was in a band called Dreadstar Rising with Dan Homeyer and Merle and Joel Hesser.
All right, shout out to all those guys.
Yes, they're all awesome. They're all still going. Yeah, I was a lead vocalist for them for a while, and then, we parted our ways, and I thought maybe I needed to have something different, and they were going a different direction, so I just...
Was that original music too? With
Yes.
them?
Yeah, we have no covers
I
with
love
that
that.
one.
I love that about you guys.
I always say bands break up, musicians move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Your shit dissolves. I mean, you guys.
13
I guarantee
bands
you guys have all been in the music industry for a long fucking time. You
Oh,
guys have
yeah.
been doing this for a long
Yeah.
time. How
They
many?
There's
have
a
the
long
most.
history here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
bet.
I mean, I was reading your guys' bio on your website. And you guys, whoever takes care of your website and all of your songs that's listed on your shit is doing a great job. Like, you make my job easy. But it was nice to know that you guys have all been in bands since the '90s, and you guys have got, this band has kind of been together since 2011. So there's been a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot to
There's-
unpack here.
Me, John, and Andy are the founders of it.
Really.
Yeah.
Nice.
So how'd that start? Is that 2011 when you guys all
Yes.
kind of got together from there? So
Yes.
if you guys want to unpack what your history before that and how it came to
How
there.
much time we got?
We got, dude. That's all we're here. That's all we're here for. That's all we're fucking here for. So, is you guys. So
Start off with contact was
pull it.
Okay.
Take him this. He can have that. Yeah, come on.
Well,
anyway.
actually, it started before that.
Yeah.
I moved here in '96. I joined a band called Noise and Groove.
Oh, yeah.
And I happened to be working with one of Andy's cousins, and she told me about Andy. So actually, Andy's the first one I met. I don't even remember when or where, but I know it's because of his cousin. And then Wayne, I met Wayne too, which they all and John played in Yuckman back in the day. And then Yuckman played a show with Indignity, which was the band I did after Noise and Groove. That was actually Yuckman's last show, right?
So can we find music on all these bands? Is it out there for Yuckman and Indignity and all this?
I think Ricky's got it.
really hard.
Doesn't Ricky?
Yeah.
Ricky's got Yuckman. He's got Indignity.
We Soylent Green
what-
before Yuckman.
Yeah, Soylent Green, and then it changed to Yuckman.
I remember playing with Noise and Groove when I was playing in Phil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
a-
remember like we did a bunch of shows together.
Yeah.
on that like T95
And
stages.
everybody always mixed me
Stuff
and
like
Alex
that.
up.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I can see that.
And
actually.
then it was Ladio and Jeff Butler too.
there you go. Yeah.
We are different people.
We're not, I don't know. Have you guys been seen in the same room together?
Yeah. Well,
I know there's
we've all played shows together.
I know there's one guy, Wes Westcoat, and another, and just Dustin Crutcher that are parading as two people.
Butler,
Same person.
Butler was our first
Yeah.
bass player.
Butler was original Odds Against bass player.
Jeff,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long has the odds against name been around? Is that since 2011? Is that when
Yeah.
that started?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Who come up with that? Because it's a good name.
Andy.
Actually, it was Tim,
It
wasn't
was
it?
10.
Another bass player who's
We
not
figured
with
our
us.
names out, like against
Against All Odds. I'm looking online. There's 5,000 fucking bands named Against All Odds. So.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
there's if you put against in the name, like you're up against a lot of shit. I mean, starting with Rage Against the Machine was one of mine.
As he was
first
saying,
favorites.
Yuck Man, Soylent Green, whatever, and everything fizzled out.
Yeah.
Then he had Indignity, and then you started playing.
And
with
then,
Mark.
John joined Indignity because our original drummer, he was in the Air Force here, and then he went back home.
Oh, well, yeah, that shit happens.
So,
Yeah.
and then that kind of fizzled out. Kind of. I tried to keep it going. John and a friend of ours, Carmen, started Contact. And Andy was in it too. Well, not originally. But, yeah, like I said, it's a long history here.
Yeah, that's
But-
all right.
Bands sometimes look like family trees.
So when you have these deep family trees like that, how much when the band changes names and maybe a bassist moves on or a drummer moves on, do you pull that music from those bands and manipulate it and turn it into something new?
Well,
do you use it a
actually-
lot, or do you just move on and write new shit?
Actually, that's how Odds Against started. Originally, I was joining these guys in Contact, but then Scott, who was the bass player for Contact at the time, ended up dropping out, and John was the only original member. And if I remember right, John said, "Let's just start something brand new," because he was
Just kind of scrap
he
it.
was
Let's
the
do a whole
only
new
one
thing.
left.
I think
from
that's.
Contact.
Hey, I get that.
I mean, that's
And that's how Odds Against started.
nice.
We had to fulfill some obligations on Contact, but
Yeah.
we don't cancel anything.
Yeah, I actually did the last 2 shows with Contact as Contact,
Bet.
and then
Oh, because
then
you
Odds
had
Against.
some shit booked as Contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Of course.
Although
Integrity means
I'm
a lot,
back in
man.
Contact.
So
But-
they've started up again.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an official release? Does anybody know about this?
we
No,
played some
it's
shows.
been
Oh, really?
years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got an album out. Contact.
So there's 2 bands in the room.
Yeah.
We got
All same members.
all same members
Except for
Except for me.
except for you. Who sings in Contact?
I do.
Great.
You do.
And
Okay.
I don't play guitar in that
We
band.
got another guitar
Oh,
player,
really?
Yeah.
Marco.
So that's a 5-piece too as well.
Yes.
So you move to lyrics in that band Contact, and you have a guitar come in taking your spot.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And this is all original music, huh?
Yep.
So this is always my favorite question. Who's writing all this shit?
We all do. Me and Andy probably have the most influence, I guess you would say. But we all contribute.
Come up with a riff, and I throw a beat behind it, and we find a bridge, and we got a song.
Is that usually
Yeah,
is that usually kind of how the process goes? We go music to lyrics, not
jamming.
lyrics to
Most of
music.
the time, yeah.
Most of the
So,
time.
so I'm that asshole in the practice room to where I'm like, all right, we gotta trim some fat, man. Let's look at the structure here. Let's do this, and then we'll put the bridge here, and we'll move things over. Like, is that you guys? Or are you guys pretty organic, pretty raw?
Bridge is the hardest part to come up with, but once we got that
Don't
bridge,
even fucking write one, man. Like,
Yeah.
let's,
Since you got a bridge,
I got a
it's a
blues
song.
band. I'm like, yeah, I don't even fucking write a bridge. It's fine.
Intro, verse, chorus, repeat.
Okay, so
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a non-musician,
Breakdown.
in the room, we got those people that are watching as well. Why is the bridge so hard to write? What makes that so difficult?
It's
to write?
it's a.
It's a breakdown.
I always looked at it as like a reprieve from the song. You know what I mean? Like the song goes this way,
carries you
and
back into
all
the
of a
first.
sudden we just throw this in here just to kind of take you somewhere else real quick, so that we can bring you back really fast.
So can we
You know what I mean?
can we make bridgeless songs and not have a conscious?
In the
about it?
blues, it's like that, man. Yeah, in the blues, shit, I'll write a blues song with 1 chord. I don't even give a shit. Not even care.
What's that, John? I'm sorry.
That's one of my specialties. I do good on bridges.
Oh, okay.
He's
John's a
super
bridge.
like low in the headset. He's super like lo-fi or something.
You're not even turned down though.
Yeah, I didn't turn him down today either.
Anyway,
Today.
so John's having a good week.
Yeah. Well, it's Christmas. I figured I could give him a
Yeah,
little
no
something.
shit. So the bridges are a little bit difficult, huh?
Well, they're different, man.
And
Yeah.
but it's okay to have a bridgeless song.
I think so.
We can just like throw that shit out the window or what?
I think so.
The AC/DC there.
So like in your guys' current setup, do you guys write lyrics for her? Does she get the lyrics part of it and she gets to run with that, or like how's that go?
We pretty much let her do it.
That's awesome. How do you like
But
having
we-
that?
I love it. Lots of creative freedom.
How long does it take you to bang out a song? Is it
It depends on how mad I am or how sad I am.
right?
Usually,
Which feels you're feeling today?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
yeah, that's what they call me.
That works in a metal band, though. I'm telling you, that works.
If you listen, ever seen her live, it's like,
I have. I've seen you guys live. I mean,
it's not this.
It cracks me up to listen
We
to
s-
her speak because it's like so soft and
Oh, yeah.
oh, hey, step this way just a touch so you're not in front of that camera.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one,
there you go.
yeah. Perfect. But Yeah.
Better, John?
Yeah. John's yelling at me.
We'll still put some input every once in a while, usually on backups. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you sing backup vocals?
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yep.
Nice.
Andy too.
Yep.
So, so it's nice. You guys got a full fucking set.
Toby used to, but we fired him.
For backup vocals.
So you don't get a mic anymore.
I remember that day.
That's happened to people.
Played a rock out loud, we had to turn him down off.
So what are you guys doing right now? Are you guys booking shows? Are we recording music? Because that album with her came out in 21.
Yeah.
21. So
Yes.
like, do you guys have like a time period on what you want to do, or are you just kind of
We just kind of go
see
with
how it comes and see what happens? I mean, that's see when you can like.
Getting ready for shows, and we ain't got time to write.
Yeah, no
That's
shit.
kind of what we're fighting. Well, I mean, we don't have anything booked right now, so
Well, it's everybody's kind of like chill
entering
time.
the writing process now.
That's what the winter. That's what winter time is best for, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Go
Well,
inside.
I mean that's kind of is because everything takes a little bit of a slowdown, and you get fucking it's
Yeah.
dark at 5:30. It's like a little weird.
There's really nowhere to play in Wichita.
Yeah, man. It gets that way.
Well, we got hopefully I don't know. We haven't talked about it yet here on this brilliant show we do. Well, hopefully we got a new place coming.
Working on it.
really?
The Big Arbor joint has been bought by Kayla Mertez, and she is gonna put on quite a bit of shows there. I think she can make it happen. I think the jukebox just quite hit.
wanted to, yeah.
We've seen you guys crammed in the jukebox. It's
Yeah.
spot, but it's tight.
Yeah.
It's fucking tight in there. And you guys, I mean, as we walked in right as you guys had finished the last time you guys played at the jukebox, we were there like. We showed up like 5 minutes after you guys got done, and you could tell that you guys had just blew the fucking doors off of that joint. I mean, it was sweaty in there coming in. So we actually walked into a proposal, I think, at the end of that.
Oh, for Raven.
Yeah,
and
that was that
Brandon.
night. We walked into
Yeah.
someone had just been proposed to. We had missed that. Yeah, we had missed that, but yeah, they had to be to propose. I've been married before, so. But hopefully it all works out for him. But yeah, so if we get that Big Arbor joint right there next to Caesar's, that place has got some potential. I think it's.
Yeah,
and I ain't the first one to say this, and I ain't seen a bunch of people buy it and it fail like a motherfucker. But what do you think? You think that place can survive with good metal and everything coming into that place?
It's like this, man. They have to make themselves a destination bar because already you have Caesar's, and Caesar's has the history, has the clientele already.
Well, Caesar's has quietly watched the
neighborhood-
demise of every bar next door.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you're not going to make it in that place as just a bar.
Yeah, just
Okay,
a karaoke
you have to-
dive bar. You can't do that.
You have to become a destination, man. Whether you become Wichita's new home for metal,
or just I think it's going to be
you
more home for
embrace some hip hop. Maybe you have Cajun food. I don't know, you know what I mean? But
every
find
time
your
it's been a
niche,
place,
maybe.
it's been one thing.
There you go. You know,
Like it was a hip hop nightclub bar when it was a caboose, and it was like
Yeah.
it's never been like kind of what Kayla would bring to the, a
Right.
little bit of everybody from
Yeah.
easy
Kayla.
listening to heavy metal. And,
Right there is another city.
yeah,
They have Kayla.
and they have Kayla, and they just be nice. She's a great promoter. She's a good bar owner.
there are celebrity bartenders in town.
Well,
and
I think she's
consider her one of them. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. She's on the short list. She's
Yeah.
on the top 5 of the short list of the best ones too in town.
I'd say Alex Boo.
Oh, well,
Alex
yeah. I
is
mean,
one.
she just came back to bartending. She just has a following like you wouldn't believe. Lisa over there at Whiskey Dick's is one of the better
Yep.
ones, and Brandy, both of them, and Celeste,
They're around.
wherever she's working, Celeste
around.
Mount, and there's a few, Chelsea at Rusty Nails and other, there's a lot of good bartenders in this town for sure. But Kayla can make that work, and that'd be, and like,
I think so.
he's got a stage for that place. Like if,
we got
like
some things we can use
there's
to
some
start
fun
out.
we can have in that joint. I think we can, like, I could see that place being eventually the Diaper Jam joint. Because you guys have always been part of that.
I love the diaper.
So that's a
3
good.
years.
What a great segue that was. Thanks. But I wanted to bring that up because we're moving to Bourbon Street this year.
I'm excited.
It's
Bigger
gonna be a
location.
fucking blast this year at Bourbon Street, guys. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah,
and how long have you guys been a part of that?
We've done the last
Both.
3.
I think.
3.
I think.
Yeah,
The last
nice.
3 years.
And anybody who doesn't know, we'll give them another plug. They're official sponsor of ours. Get out to Diaper Jam on 420 this year. We're going to be at Bourbon Street. You guys are playing again this year. I'm sure. I've already seen this.
Well, you guys are traditional, man. You guys have played it like damn near every
I know
year.
that
I don't know if we've been
says
asked
we-
yet.
Well, I know that I know they haven't
think
like
you're
officially made the
expected at
list,
this
but when I
point.
saw the list of the bands, you guys were on it.
And Tiffany and
That's
Nicole,
fine.
yes.
So,
I know.
so it's
But yeah, you asked it inside or outside. I think they're doing 2 stages this year.
Really?
It all depends. Well, it all depends on.
I think bands are
Again, it all depends on what the weather we
That's
get on
exciting.
420.
Of course,
Hopefully,
course.
if we get the good weather, there's a lot we can do. They can do that. I mean, we
That's
can get
really
crazy in that
exciting.
bank.
And
Yeah.
in the initial meeting that we were at, they were talking about 2 stages.
Yeah. So, and we're going to be there podcasting all fucking day long. So we'll be there hanging out. So come and kick it. Yeah, it's on 420.
That's Andy's birthday.
Your birthday's April 20th?
Well, it's the 21st.
Oh, nice. So yeah, so we'll
Close
party.
enough.
We'll party.
Celebrating.
We will party into your birthday. So
You were
'cause-
late, but you showed up.
But it's a fucking Saturday too. So I mean, we're 420
Sweet.
lands on a Saturday. Diaper Jam. We got Odds Against, who's been there forever. I know Time and Space is going to be involved in that, and I'll just wreck all her announcements. But because I saw the paper. But that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a real fun one. So make sure you bring out diapers to that because they're a big sponsor for us. So again, we got since 2001 or 21 was our last album, and we're touring and stuff. So when do we have any like stuff in the works? Is there any few tracks here and there coming maybe, or what's going on
We've
with you guys?
got
right
a few new songs that aren't recorded,
Yeah.
but we need to do some more writing.
now? So when you guys have songs like that, do you like practice them on stage, or is that something you only do in rehearsal, or like what's that do when you're trying to put together a new song?
Whenever it's ready, we'll play it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We don't try to hide anything.
So like if you're doing a set like shortly after and you got a song that you're wanting to put, it's why not try it on stage kind of thing?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Do you tell the
know?
crowd, or do you keep it a secret? Do you just play it and not say anything, or do you guys like this is a new one?
I usually say it's a new one. Yeah.
Well, you want banter. You want to talk to the crowd. You know.
Which I've gotten significantly better at, if I
Yeah.
do say so
Do you have a
myself.
strategy?
Well, I would tell every
Just be fucking weird. That's
I would
all.
tell every lead singer they don't do it enough, and I know some of them hate it. Like some do. There is some that I mean, if I was
There's
a lead
some
singer,
that don't shut up.
yeah, I mean, if I was a lead singer, you guys would be like, Jesus, just play the song. But like, it's not even that. Like, it's a lot of them fail to like reintroduce your band after every couple songs because you have people that walk in the door that didn't know you.
Yeah, and I'm
minute ago.
guilty of that for sure.
So I try to tell lead singers, hey man, especially especially anybody that plays at Kirby's, let everybody know there that you're playing for tips.
Every couple
Like
songs.
every couple songs. Like most people don't know
be
that.
afraid. Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people that go to Kirby's have no fucking idea. And you tell them they pay for tips, and then
Well,
they,
the last couple of shows that we've seen at Kirby's, they never said the name of
never.
oh.
No, yeah, we watched three acts in a row that didn't even say the name.
They
of
never
their
said the
group.
name of their band.
I just like at least
So
started
So
out.
now I have no idea who you are. So your biggest tool of promotion, word of mouth, moot
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Dead in the water.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Because you
So-
can't even direct people to their music.
Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck I just saw and loved. I loved them. They were amazing.
There was a couple that way too.
And-
yeah, there was a couple that way.
I have no idea who the hell you were.
So how did you? So a lot of singers. I want to ask you this: were you nervous to talk into the mic, but you're not as nervous to sing into it?
Well, I was like a deer caught in headlights for my first time. So typically my banter and whatnot wasn't the best.
Did
But
you feel like awkward a bit?
super awkward. I feel like
I don't know what to
everybody's
do with my
looking at
hands.
me. But then I just started just being my weird, quirky self
Yeah.
when I can be. And that's just how I roll, and that's what I feel comfortable with.
As you as a lead singer, how's it for you? Same question. Do you address the crowd? Is that something you just sing your songs, or what's your style?
I don't talk a whole lot.
He didn't know
Usually
what to
just
do with
go-
his hands.
Yeah. Being a guitarist, bass player, I'm like,
Do you ever catch yourself like, oh shit,
oh yeah, I'll use that mic cord as an instrument. But
whoops? Nope.
Yeah. So play guitar, but don't even plug it in. Just have something to do.
give me an acoustic.
Does that feel
Heavy metal wood block. Something.
Does that feel weird for you when you're singing and don't have a bass in your hand a little
I
bit?
don't do it.
I've seen you do it a little
Oh,
bit.
well.
A little bit.
Yeah, you see me karaoke really drunk.
That's so funny.
Still was funny. Oh, and I do get into it then.
Yeah.
Well, I think finding your
Reach for the clouds.
I mean, and finding your zone is a tough thing, especially when you got like you guys are a 5-piece, so most of the stages in Wichita are tight.
Yeah.
Like so,
Very
you got,
small.
We're not small guys either.
yeah, it's tight. You're trying to not trip over a goddamn thing up there for sure. I mean, what's your guys' favorite venue to play at here in Wichita?
I like Kirby's.
Kirby's.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that outdoor stage?
Yes, well,
Yeah.
That outdoor stage is
The
awesome.
sound's killer too.
It, what's that?
The wave was pretty cool.
The wave
Wave's
is
good.
Wave is pretty
Indoor
cool.
or outdoor?
Both really. I like
I
both.
never played the outdoor stage.
Yeah, we only
Indoor
played
stage is
indoor.
dope, though.
They treat you right, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
do.
They do. And shout out to
I wish the green room wasn't right on stage, man, because I popped out of that green room like,
Our green room was
shit.
clear
Ours
across
was in
the
the back.
backside of the fucking.
Oh, I see. That only green room I've ever been in is that one right in that little like closet right there off the stage. Right
Yeah.
there.
that's
like
what
this-
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I was at the merch booth, so I didn't care.
nice. And you guys have had merch for a hot minute.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
the
we've got
stuff.
a whole lot of merch.
So
I
who
actually really
designed
like
your
your
guys'
logo.
merch?
Usually I'll put it together. Either I'll just throw something together, or I've got a nephew who's done some artwork for us,
No, nice.
and he'll do some stuff
No,
for us.
I love your logo. It's like the Alpha Omega is what I like.
Well, in all of your guys' I will say, and not to poke fun because we always gonna do it a little bit. You guys are always shit's always readable. Like it's not a Rorschach test or a fucking out of control thorn.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a joke about the thorn bush Rorschach test.
And
Ink blot.
well, and I love the heavy metal community because they're one of the most supportive communities in this
Especially
town.
in
They
Wichita,
really are.
yeah.
But sometimes you look at a flyer and you're like, what the fuck is like? I can't read any of this. And then you can slowly break it down if you care enough. But your guys' shit's always clean and crisp and nice and easy to read and
We
stuff.
like it
Oh,
bold,
thank you.
bold and able to read it.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. I always
Pretty
tell.
important.
Well, I always tell
quality of the
anybody,
logo.
if you're making a flyer or you're making anything, you can make it as crazy as you want, but I better know where it is, what time it is, how much it is, and all that shit instantly. Then everything else, you can make as crazy as you fucking want, but make sure that the information's there
Yep.
for sure. So how much stuff is Contact doing? How do you guys drug?
You guys want to talk about it?
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
How do you guys?
Like,
You don't. You guys can do whatever you need to do if you guys want to switch out or whatever. You don't have to, but it's whatever you guys want to. So what is how do you juggle between the two bands?
We call each other every Wednesday or Friday and say, who's practicing?
Who's practicing? Are we doing Contact this week? Or are we doing?
What's happening?
You can make that go down too. There's a hydraulic on that.
Yeah, just
There's a hydraulic on that bad boy.
just bring the mic to you.
Got switches.
Yeah, it's got switches. It's the only one I haven't broke yet. My
Switches
fat
and
ass has
buttons
broke all
and-
three of the other ones. I put some pressure on a chair.
Yeah, just bring the mic to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll unwrap Contact a little bit. This is basically the same band for the most part, minus another guitarist that's not currently here.
Your rings, brother. Those are nice.
Yeah, those are cool. Who's the guitarist that's not here? I think we said it once, but
Marco Braha.
Oh, nice.
He used to play bass for Motown before they took off to Alabama.
Oh yeah.
So juggling two bands has got to be a little difficult, especially two bands with original content. So, what's the process on this band? Pretty much kind of the same shit. And so, do you guys practice with both bands each week, or do we how do you split that time?
Alternate days.
Really?
Yeah. We used to practice 3 times a week. Odds against it, if you didn't show up, you was in trouble. We did that for 8
We
years.
used to threaten push-ups, but
So how does it? He does a lot of rehearsals, and even John does. How does that go when people fucking miss rehearsal? Is that
It doesn't go well.
so
all the other guys sit there and talk shit on you.
Well, most of us don't realize how much you guys actually fucking practice.
We all got time, you know.
Well-
we all have a certain amount of time, limited time at that. And so when I take time out of my day to make rehearsal, and you just fucked it off for dinner with your girlfriend or some shit God damn it, you know what I mean?
So how many so how long before a band member is missing rehearsals before you're like, let's fuck this guy? You can take your call, bro. Yeah, take your call, man. Jeez, you're okay. Especially if it's something important.
Hey, are they cool? Put them on the mic, man.
Yeah, we've had this. We've had some people on. Who did we talk to? CJ from
Some shit like that.
CJ from Hardwood Cherry was who
Yeah,
we talked
something
to
like that.
on the phone. So, Aaron, same question to you, and I want to hear what you guys all have to say about this. How many fucking rehearsals are you missing before I'm like, man, fuck this guy? How does it? Is that his thing?
We haven't had that happen
We've
yet.
been together for years, so
So you never really had to deal with
we're
it.
all pretty. Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
pretty
that's good.
dedicated.
I will say that.
I think it depends on what the excuse was.
Yeah, sometimes.
Is it
you know.
reasonable? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
And it depends on frequency of how far you fucking me off. It doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
you're missing rehearsal. Okay, dude, if you miss a rehearsal a month and you're the last one to every fucking gig and you got the most to say when we're sitting here recording about somebody's part, and you gotta like, you know,
And you're not helping unload and load.
The more of this shit I gotta say,
You better at least be holding your part down.
Man, you better fucking
Right?
tread lightly.
Yeah, you got to
know?
carry your weight. Like I feel like
Yeah.
in every like even us, we do a podcast, we have a band. Like everybody's got to do their fucking part.
Yeah, so a band actually to me is a very unique thing. Okay, because only in a band do we have a creative thing that we have to talk about and agree on and figure out. You know, but we have a business thing that we're trying to do. You know, at some point money is involved. We got to
100%.
split that shit. You know,
100%.
And then there becomes like a family dynamic because I'm hanging out with you more than my dog, man. And like, okay, so now we have this family dynamic going on. And if you've ever toured with the band, that family dynamic really gets there because now I got to tell you to wash your ass. Like, I don't want to smell you till 8 hours in the fucking van, bro. So you don't wash your ass. I'm pissed at you today. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that happens.
Or you don't do your sock laundry and shit.
Well, I'm just fucking saying, you know, there's so many different
levels,
relationships.
Yeah, there's too many levels,
actually,
a lot of levels.
there's stacked up relationships in a band that get very.
Well, that's
very
why it's hard to
real
keep them together.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's very.
That's
It's
well, it's nice when you guys
So
find.
many
It's
bands
nice when you guys find a core of
This
friends that
band
like
after
you
a
can
year or so.
trust.
Yeah.
When you find a core of friends that you can trust and you can do multiple creative things with, you know, you guys
Mm-hmm.
you get to do contact.
Well, just and
that's
talk
fucking
honestly
awesome.
too. Talk honestly too, and be like, hey man, that fucking bass line ain't working, bro. Like, I don't know you know what I'm saying? It's like the
Toby.
guitars are really chunky, and you're just over here holding notes. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know what to do here.
And that's
But,
a good
you know,
thing
like-
with us. We've all known each other for over 20 years.
And that's what I'm saying. We have to be able to creatively kind of come at each other in a band, and we do it in our podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels that we have to respect and we have to operate on.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes you
I'm
gotta
your
eat some
friend.
you
I'm
gotta
your
eat some
family
shit
member. I'm your
sometimes, too.
fucking boss. I'm your employee.
and your
you know,
your support system too, because
Yeah.
sometimes you need to be pushed. You know, everybody gets stagnant in their art a little bit, or hooked on something, or hooked. I don't
In a band
I don't
of
play
five,
music.
that doesn't
I don't know if you get
fly,
hooked on a riff or hooked on a certain style, the way you play drums, or how that works. But like
We've got so many songs that sound the fucking same. We always we got a new song.
We're
fuck,
ripping
that
off
sounds
our
like
old
another
song.
Switch instruments.
Yeah,
Switch instruments. One to the right.
yeah.
like a carousel.
Yeah, switch instruments. See what that sounds like.
We've talked about doing that actually.
Well, you guys are probably all talented enough that you can do it. I mean, you guys have all played in bands forever. So, when before the Odds Against, where did each of you unpack where you got your start in the music industry? Where you guys have been in it for a long time. So, where did it land? Did you come out of high school playing in the band, or like how did it all come from there? Where's the very beginning
I'm sure
of
it's
you guys'
different
journey?
stories, different
Yeah,
ways here.
for
Well,
sure.
Toby and I are related, so we've been jamming together since we started playing our instruments.
Oh, really?
And then, that was all through high school and stuff. And then I started jamming with Greg Marshall from Steeds and Shore, and then Brian Patrick, who's the singer from Manila Road. He was a drummer for us, and we had a little punk 80s fucking death metal band because I was a death metal head back then. And
Nice.
nice three-piece conglomeration called Infernal Noise, and that was different.
Really?
I started doing that in like 92.
I love all the old school names of all the bands when people that started in.
Well, and people don't understand how big Manila Road really actually
Yeah.
got.
They were huge.
Like they were fucking a big ass band.
All right, we'll unpack that to our audience.
So Manila Road. I mean, you probably know better than I do, but Manila Road, they were like kicking ass back in the 80s, touring fucking Europe.
Vanilla Road or Manila Road?
Manila, like a Manila folder, like it was Manila Road.
They were still doing it. Mark walked off stage. They were playing in Europe, and when he got done off stage, had a heart attack.
Really?
That was 6 years ago.
So the lead singer walked off stage and had
Guitar
a
player.
guitar player.
Yeah.
Mark Shelton, I believe.
Mark Shelton, yeah, he's the grandfather of metal in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah,
Really?
straight up.
Yeah,
So he died doing what he loved, walked right off stage, and his fucking heart gave out.
Yeah, they have festivals.
That's oddly poetic.
His heart had the good grace to wait until the fucking show was done. You know?
I don't know. Would you you guys have rather died out there on the stage or where you're walking off?
I'd rather be immortal, but
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have to pick one,
No,
though.
that's how you become
It'd be
immortal, brother. That's how you become
Be
immortal.
off stage because you don't want to fuck the song up.
Yeah, right. You don't want to like fall into the crowd.
With your dying breath, you'd hate to piss your bass player off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and then when you feel like an ass, you're like, dude, what the fuck? Oh, fuck,
bitch.
you're dead.
Oh, fuck.
God, that'd be awkward.
Yeah, that'd be.
So not to poke fun, but that is absolutely kind of like super poetic.
Yeah,
For him to walk off stage and pass away, I mean, I don't know if you could write that better.
Those guys
sounds like a documentary needs to be done.
He
about
was
this
a
guy.
badass person too.
Yeah, I didn't know him or I haven't heard of him, but it would. I mean, that sounds like a cool story.
You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Well,
Why don't you go home and do some research?
Yeah. I don't grow up playing music, man. I don't.
Vanilla Rose, they got Deado started. You know, they were been around since before.
See, Deado was my first introduction to really, like local music. They would show up at actually right here at this behind this.
It's like over there.
Behind this Dog and Shake is the old skate park that used to be right here. And I had seen Dead Orchestra play.
I played there with Noise and Groove.
Really? Have you guys? Yeah, it was a wild fucking place for '90s kids to go hang out over here, and that's where I saw a lot of. Like until then, I was only exposed to the national music scene. Like this as a venue, I didn't even realize it. We showed up there to skate, and like Dead Orchestra and a few other people were playing. I was like, holy shit! And they took over the pipe up top and made it into a stage. And it was fucking cool. So that was it was really cool that we actually ended up being by here, because that was always kind of a weird staple to this town. Was that not many people even remember that was a fucking skate park, but. And that they used to even I don't even know if they had an event license or what they did, but they
probably
used to
not.
But they
back in the day it wasn't.
They put on like pirate concerts, man, and it was fucking cool. Like it was really cool. It's cool that you guys played there for sure.
Remember the Eagles Lodge?
Oh yeah.
Played there a few times.
Yeah, it kind of transitioned from this place to the Eagles Lodge to out there at Lizard Lounge. Became the big place for a long time, and then Elbow Room and all that shit.
Well, I mean. Rock Island was, I know Noise and Groove and us played Rock Island.
Yeah,
Rock Island, Silver Bullet.
Yeah,
Silver Bullet. Yeah,
for sure.
We actually practice at Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
That's where we practice now.
Right now.
Nice.
No shit.
Silver Bullet. Yeah.
Is that bar still open, or what's?
No,
do you guys just rent it as a space to?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome, man.
That's all. When did that bar go under?
Ronnie bought it after that, and it became the Jam Room.
Yeah, so I thought it reopened and was open for a little bit.
Yeah, that was 2000.
Yeah. So it's been a hot minute.
It had closed down and reopened quite a few times.
So I'm 44, and I remember drinking with Ronnie True at Rock Island, drinking fucking Tawakas, because that was Ronnie.
Drink it or wear it.
You know? yeah.
Tawakas.
And I remember drinking with him at like 15, 16 years old up at Rock Island, because I had a early mustache thing.
Yeah, I went and just
worked out well enough.
With John Mario and to Bullet. I went in there. It was my 21st birthday, and I was like, Maria, it's my birthday. Give me a drink. She goes, yeah, how old are you? I said 21. She got pissed. Look, I've been serving you for 5 fucking years.
It's always an awkward moment when you're a regular at a bar and you turn 21.
Well, she should have put it together when I went to school with her son.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
But she was like, yeah, we like the money. I drank at a place called the Magic Walk forever.
And look, in the 90s, we got away with it. Like,
we
didn't have social media busting everybody.
Well, nobody was like out to get anybody.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
Nobody's out to like cancel anybody. And I will say, I will say a little bit, that cancel culture shit has died a little bit. Is that what you guys felt?
I hope so.
Because they're trying to figure out a bunch of other stuff now.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to track us and know everything. So I feel like they already know it. That's the sad part.
Trying to figure out why AI already got us beat.
Oh, so why we haven't talked about this yet on the show, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. So
Riverfest, we love you.
We had the
we would like to play there.
Yeah, we'll see.
We would like to.
Well, let's talk a little shit too.
Possible.
I heard a couple people that worked for the Riverfest got fucked over. Pay them people their money. So let's move on from that. And but they did this. They did this frog poster or graphic.
The Riverfest poster this year. There was a competition.
There almost always is. Isn't there always a competition for it?
For the art
Yeah,
probably so.
But almost every year.
Emprise Bank put up $4,000
to the winner
of this competition, and the guy basically said, "Yeah, I had AI."
He had an AI generated
basic
photo
concept, and then I just filled in some blanks over here.
That's cheating.
A little bit, and it's a little bit of nepotism. The guy worked for the Wichita Eagle formerly, and has done a lot of graphic work for the people that have done.
Should be ineligible.
Exactly. He's not. He is a
That's
citizen.
not how Wichita is, buddy.
He's not a citizen. He's technically a
I
citizen
seen
of this
Farley
city.
did his version.
But like, if there's a giveaway and you
shirts,
fucking work
there's
there,
shirts.
you
Yeah,
don't get
I
to
saw
be
that.
part of the giveaway.
Right.
Right? That's my.
Yeah, you
Thank
could-
you, sir.
rigged.
Thank you.
Rigged.
Well,
I just gave that fucking
highly
schmo $4
suspect
grand.
anyway. Highly suspect.
And I will say that his AI rendition of what it came up with was not ugly or stupid or anything
It
like
was
that.
okay. It was okay.
It was all right.
Well,
but
I mean, computers aren't dumb.
yeah, they're not. When you just got to type in frog, pipe, water, this, and
Yeah.
you get an AI generated
Hat.
photo, like, come on.
Sunglasses.
And if anybody who's got a chance, Farley Charwell's rendition of this is so funny.
And it's available at Tight Wraps for $25.
Yeah, you can get a shirt. Shirts
Yeah,
are being
Danny
made.
Trantham.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
hooked it
pimp
up.
this. I
Yeah,
wanted
man.
to pimp this so we could get to there.
I want it. I want it.
Farley's a former guest of the show and a really fun artist here in town. And those are the type of people that, like, so to me, what everybody was asking for, okay, this is the winner. Show us all the ones that lost. Like, show us
Yeah.
the top 10. Like, they never do that. Like, why don't you maybe narrow it down to 10 and let the fucking public vote or some shit?
Well, and the only artist on the board was the director for Brick Mob, mural painters. Brick Mob is.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. And so there was the director for Brick Mob. He was on the board, and after that, it's like a kind of some people that don't know art, I guess. You know
Well,
what
I mean,
Like,
you don't always have to
they're
have the
more like
greatest.
board members, I
Sometimes
guess.
you have to have some regular Joes that like
I get
like
that,
it
I
or
get
don't.
that, I
You know,
get
some you need some like objective opinions. We don't need everybody to like literally
And
go
I'm-
through
I'm
the art with a
you.
fine tooth
I'm
comb.
with you, but like at the point to where this was a contest for artists to compete,
Yes, it should have been
Like,
a little more.
I'm telling you, I spotted that as AI pretty quick.
Me too.
Okay,
well, you
like,
can tell by the way it
you
when
can
something
tell
like
how
that
it's
has
laid out.
depth. Like AI has a depth to it that like it's very hard to create on page with pencils.
But it's also
and paper.
very recognizable as AI.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just like
And-
CGI movies are. Just
Right.
like CGI movies are super easy to pick out. Like you can see that
They're getting better though.
they are.
They are.
God damn
Every
it.
day they're getting better.
God damn, they're
It's
getting
better.
exponential like every fucking
It's a fucking cartoon.
This is a goddamn. I've been watching porn cartoons for 20 minutes.
Hey, victimless crime.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I mean, except for the victims
point.
would be the porn stars that aren't getting paid for that shit. Maybe.
I like your
I
angle.
think the
actually.
victim-
I like your angle on that. Actually, I didn't think about that,
Yeah, I mean,
and
because
I feel bad about.
well,
that.
anytime like the biggest thing that's going down right now from because I listened to a director and a actor in Hollywood's podcast, they're dealing with like how they're making fucking scripts and shit with like AI. Like the writers and the actors are getting cut out of shit. Like people aren't getting money for their creative.
That means we're gonna be sitting through some shitty movies coming up.
Yeah.
Somebody's been screaming for
bro.
years to cancel AI to stop it before it starts.
I know, dude. We should have pulled
That's
the.
how
I mean,
we
we've
get
literally
started,
made 10 movies about it,
And
we
then
still.
they write a program in there how to stop it, and it's ultimately backfires and goes against us.
Yeah, well, like
It's all
there's.
Skynet.
Well, you can tell. You can ask AI how AI would take over the world, and it'll give you the story. And you're like, holy shit. Okay, this is a little much.
Have you seen Eagle Eye?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's. I mean, that's.
That's the gist of it.
It really is. That's a great movie. Great pull.
Hey, we shouldn't probably let AI know we know.
Well, they're listening to us right now.
Yeah.
Our phones are all in
yeah.
here.
They're
We should
watching
probably
us.
change the subject. Everybody start laughing.
I love AI. Yay.
Yes.
Now go look at all your Facebook ads.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. AI art and AI this and AI
Too
that.
late. Too late.
But
Pull out.
I would love them to be a little more transparent on who entered what and where they're from and what their art is, because like that's kind of a
That
like
was a cheat to win $4,000.
any
man.
even though it's I've heard things, good things and bad about
skill.
the Riverfest. It's kind of like our biggest party inside the city limits every year, and any band or podcast or most people would be honored to be a part of it. So like don't
honestly, I think it's a huge win for the city, man.
Financially.
Well, no, and musically, okay. That's a huge music fest for $15 fucking dollars.
yeah, that gets lost in the
9 days
shuffle
of nationally touring acts
for $15.
for $15.
That gets lost in the shuffle
Let's
sometimes.
break it down.
That's a
I mean,
matter of your flavor, though.
Well,
They
that's
tend
true.
to try
That's
to
true.
tiptoe into almost
They do.
every
They do.
flavor.
They have
can't-
like a blues
can't-
night. They have a,
They don't. That's one that they kind of went away from a little bit. I noticed that.
and that's fucking Wichita for
Yeah,
you.
Oh,
Dedo
what-
played a long time ago.
Okay, so you got a Deado story about
Yeah.
them ruining Riverfest?
they played Riverfest,
Pass this
so-
man a mic. I can't wait to hear it.
There was a big old mosh pit. They played a bunch of fuck you songs, and
Yeah, that was it.
it didn't go very well.
It's like, oh, you guys ain't coming back.
I got pictures somewhere. Me and Will Amos.
So the crowd got a little out of control.
Oh, it was a huge mosh pit right in the middle of downtown.
Well, fuck yeah, dude.
Badass.
Well, I mean, that's what they should have known. That's what they signed up for a little bit.
They didn't though. They
They're
didn't.
like,
That's
oh,
just it.
Dittos, they're up and coming and stuff, and starting tour and going overseas and playing. They were like, yeah, we'll invite them to the Riverfest.
That's just it.
Told them to keep it cool.
Well, I mean, come on.
You know,
You have to know
Dead
who you're
Orchestra,
hiring.
they're not
You have
gonna.
to know who
They're
you're
gonna do
hiring.
their thing.
Yeah, they did their thing.
And
Well,
that's my problem with.
I mean,
with that
watch a
is
live
the
show.
board.
That's what you're getting. Whether you tell them or not, if you can see any live show that a band does, hey, you guys, why don't you take it easy tonight? Look at whatever their last live show. That's what they're doing, no matter what the fuck you said.
Yeah.
There was still 300 some odd people there. You know, in the middle of downtown. It was an afternoon daytime show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it wasn't even.
So they tore the
feature. It wasn't a feature.
So they tore the fucking Riverfest apart during the day.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
That's way more epic.
Yeah, to have like close to a riot inciting fucking mosh pit during the day.
Ain't no metalheads out there during the day watching the show.
So what do you?
Oh,
So
that's what it was. It was like moms and kids.
Yeah,
And,
they were like, oh shit.
oh
Yeah.
god, oh my stroller,
There
my
was a lot
stroller.
of
oh wow! Why would they? See,
There was a
this
lot
is
of
my problem.
metalheads
The people on the board that made those decisions, they're so far removed. They don't understand.
They
what
just see
they're-
popularity. That's all.
They don't
see.
understand what they're
names,
setting up.
names and shit.
If
That's all
they
see.
set you up for failure, it's not on you, man. Like they fucked that up. They did that. That's their bad.
So let's ask this question. This is a nice segue. As two heavy metal bands in this room, what do you guys feel about mosh pit? Like, do you like to see it? You like to? Is that part of the tradition?
I really
Yeah.
mosh pit.
I get out in there playing my guitar. If people are just standing around, they're getting into it, but they just ain't got the energy. I'll go plow right into them.
Really?
And hope they don't fuck my guitar up.
Oh fuck yeah!
And I hope I don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, and then when they get too crazy, start kicking mic stands around.
You got a pretty pointy
Fucking
guitar,
pissed
yeah.
Well, not really. I play Les Paul.
Oh, Les Paul. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one that got mic stand kicked in was Chris Teague for kicking a mic stand into me.
So I went to school with Chris Teague.
I'm sorry.
Man. I got a picture.
Oh, Chris.
I got a picture of me, Chris Teague, and my current husband on the same page of the yearbook in 6th grade.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. I'll have to dig it up. I'll dig it up for you.
Nice. So you guys are into having mosh pits. I like when mosh pits are in the everybody that's in them is having fun and being safe with the people.
That
You
energy.
gotta pick them up.
It has to be that way.
There's rules.
Yeah.
What's your rules? Can we hear your rules?
If you see anybody fall, you pick
Get them up
Pick
instantly.
'em up. Get them up.
You see
And if
anybody
they're
hurt,
being-
you got to get them to the side as quick as you can.
Yeah.
And if they're being a douche, punch them in the mouth.
Well, and you need and most people forget that the
Training.
people on the edge of the mosh pit is also part of the mosh pit. You got to keep them people up.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention to what the fuck's going on. You can't be this guy watching the crowd and the mosh pit's just hitting the fucking side of the face. We all finna fall over together. You got to stand there and
Gotta
be
push
the ring,
yourself.
be the
Keep
ring
it-
to this.
Hey, keep it in there, not
Yeah.
people that don't want to be.
I'm
in
not
the
gonna lie. I've
mosh
had a bunch of fun. at
I'm not
mosh
into
pits.
the whole karate kick thing.
Oh,
all
my
that.
God, dude.
No,
I'm not
none of
into
that.
the big
I'm just gonna
stomping
do a
and
circle
swinging
pit.
hands. The guys that
There's
swing
been-
hands, fuck you, man.
There's been
Put your
some
fucking
hardcore
hands
shows
down.
here that we had to shut down, man, because these guys are seriously going out. They're knocking teeth out.
They're
of
trying to
kids'
hurt people.
heads.
You can't come in with this big stomp and swing.
That's
You've seen
it,
these
that's
guys.
it. That's how
You've seen
they're
those
coming
guys.
at
They're
it.
like doing
That's
this
how
like
they're coming
weird
at it.
march shit. Like, bro, that's not how
That's
this
not
works.
I saw a guy
That's
circle
called
pit,
crowd
jump up
killing.
and kick this kid in the
Crowd
chest.
kill? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like,
Well,
come on.
Yeah.
Bam.
I think moshing is a really, really fun thing that metal brings if it's, like you said, followed. The rules of etiquette are
Let's have
followed.
some respect.
Yeah, you got to have some respect.
Because it's
The
supposed to be
bands want
fun. It's supposed to be fun.
The dicks out right away. Too.
Yeah, you do.
See a dick?
You got, well, that's on security, and I'm gonna give a little bit of credit to the Cotillion security. They have been very good over the years.
TNA
They have been
does
they're
that.
very good over the years at spotting that giant asshole
Yep.
that's there to whoop people's ass instead of just have fun.
Yep.
Like fuck that guy. That guy
They
that's there to
saw
beat
him
people
when he
up.
came in.
They
They saw him when he
They
came
did,
in.
and they do a good job there. I would say the Cotillion's one of the better places security wise here in town.
Yeah, Troy's a good friend of mine.
They're good. They do.
Troy
they,
was the one I was talking to.
They're the one. Yeah, Troy's the one that I know, and of course Matt Stevenson hires them, and they do a great job there. It's hard to complain about anything that goes on at the Cotillion for the most part, and they do a good job at like making sure that fucking guy's not there because
They
I've
have more hardcore shows though.
Yeah, sure. I mean that can be said everywhere. I mean, for the most part.
It's dying, man.
Well,
And I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see any genre of music lose a platform.
I don't want to see this happen either. But I played the Cotillion fairly recently, and Alex is an old friend of mine. We played No Fill together. So he comes back and he's talking to us, and He says that the country shows are his favorite shows because they leave everything nice. They take care of shit. He goes, when I have these hardcore bands, they fucking trash the place.
Hip hop shows do the same shit.
They trash the place.
The hip hop shows do the same shit too. Both of them do.
He goes, my green rooms are fucked up. He's like, it costs
the toilets
money.
are fucked up in the bathroom.
Guys, every time your fucking band comes in and trashes the place, it costs money.
And let's say
you're not going to get booked next time.
And say that to the crowds of these people too.
You know?
Remember, don't go in there and fuck the bathrooms up, and don't go in there and break shit because that makes it hard. If you love the kind of music that's there,
this is what's happening.
Don't tear shit up because now we
for
can't.
real
Like you said, we
happening.
can't do it anymore. I mean, there's like 5 dum-dums that ruin a bunch of shit. And it's,
Goddamn
I mean,
right. and that's real. That's real.
And a lot of times it's not the crowd. It's always 5 dum-dums that ruin a bunch of shit.
We all know the metal scene around here, and the metal scene is pretty fucking tight and pretty respectful, to be honest with you.
Metal scene is what came together for my daughter.
Man,
really?
Do you understand?
Oh,
yeah.
That's
is your daughter playing music?
No, she had a cancer 6 years ago.
Okay.
And they came together and did a benefit for her.
That's awesome.
We were able to drive back and forth to Houston, Texas, and have hotel money and all that, and because I couldn't afford it. Because she,
just on that note, literally the metal scene comes through for benefit shows more than anything else. Yes. They really do. Like when somebody's when somebody dies suddenly, or somebody has some sickness in their family, or something's going on with a band member, like those shows, there's one of those a month or every other month for the most part here in this town, and I love that part of it.
Which is too bad.
Well, I mean, people always need some help,
cool.
and if you know a lot of people, unfortunately, people are going to pass, and shit's going to happen. The more you know, the more heartbreak you're exposed to.
And the older you get.
Yeah, and the older you get too, the more that we live, it goes. But it's nice.
That just shows you the metal scene's not just a scene; it's family.
It is.
It is.
We look out for each other.
But what I'm saying is that those outlying couple cases, they can fuck some shit up for you.
Oh yeah,
real fast.
Well, especially if it's a small venue and one person like cost that venue a shitload of money. They're like, all right, well, fuck this. One shit band that's not even that you guys don't even know can ruin that fucking for everybody. I mean, because I knew.
And usually they'll get handled.
Well, yeah. and then there's a handful of fucking venues in town that will always support heavy music. The Barleycorns and a few of the others will always be staples. Careful. So
Jeannie, the owner of the Cowboy, it took me when she had the stadium almost 2 years to talk her into letting us play there. I tell her, you can go ask anybody around town, ask about us. You'll make money. And she finally let us play.
You guys always bring a crowd.
And then I think our first show was with Gulch. Did we bring Gulch with us?
I think so.
And we packed it out, sold out.
Yeah.
Literally sold out.
They sold out of beer.
They
had to run and go get more beer.
I said, "When can we play? We can play again." She says, "Whenever you want."
Tomorrow? What are you guys doing tomorrow?
Well, I mean,
but it took 2 years to get her to fucking finally let a metal band because she's heard so many bad things about the metal scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot too, especially for the small venue. You guys got a big 5-piece setup. You guys got a fucking drum set that's out of this fucking world. I mean, you guys got a lot of gear and a lot of
5 dicks that go in there and tear shit up.
yeah. I mean, and you guys tear shit up respectively. You guys go in there like anybody who hasn't seen Odds Against, guys, they put on a fucking show.
What it is, you guys amp people up.
Yeah, I mean,
people are excited, man. People are now like charged. We come in there for that charge.
And you guys, for me, are one of the funner metal bands in town. When I've seen you with Jason, and I've seen her once with Smashlie. Like, you guys have a good vibe. It's not like that's
what I'm talking about.
It's not like this mean, aggressive, like
that's the charge.
Shitty vibe. That's what works, and I think that's why you guys always have a following for the most part. So, I mean, it really is. It's a good vibe, man. It works, and I really like the new set you guys got going now with her. It's really.
I thought it was my magnetic personality.
It is. You believe it. People like you more than you think.
I know better.
Let's run with that.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah. Believe it or not, everybody's trying to win you over. That's
glowing ray of sunshine. If I'm talking to you, you already won.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like. So as we wind this down, where can we find everything Odds Against and Contact if you want to pimp that stuff? Where can we find your merch? Where can we find your social media pages? Where can we find your music? Like, give the people what they want.
Gotta ask Dad.
Everything's on Facebook. You'll find Odds Against on Facebook and Contact.
All of our links.
All our links are on there. I'm not sure about Contact, but
Contact you have to search on Spotify. Contact Violence Solves Everything.
How's it spelled?
CONTACT.
Okay.
And Violet Salt Everything's the name of our album, and it'll pull it right up.
All right, so there's an album of Contact on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Odds Against was on everything.
Right.
And I will tell you, I found everything super easy through their Facebook page. Go to their Facebook page. They have links to their website. They have links to all of their music. They have links to like a bios and stuff. They have a really nice setup on that. The only thing I wanted you to put a little more. Where can we find your merch? Where can we get that?
That's where we're lacking. You have to come to a show.
Okay, so,
or hit us up.
Well, message. Would you be the one? Be the best?
Yeah.
Or can you just message Odds Against and you probably are the one that checks it? So we don't want people sending you to your fucking normal one. People.
I'll probably be the one handling it, but you can go to the Odds Against.
Yeah, page. You can message the Odds Against Facebook page if you're looking for merch outside of their shows. But if you want to, you can. They always got merch with their shows. So make sure that's the best way to support a new band. Yeah, you guys are always good with the merch. Multiple shirts.
Trying to keep up with Gene Simmons.
And you usually got fat guy shirts too, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate it. So make sure that you get out and support everything with Odds Against and Contact as well. Yep. So it's nice to learn about that band. So.
Yep.
And so that one we can only find on Spotify, the one album. Do they have a page or anything yet? Or?
That I don't. I'm not
There's
on
a
that
page
recording.
that I haven't maintained since Chris passed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a coming back thing.
Well, no, it's been going. It's just kind of on the back burner.
No,
I won't say the back burner.
It's the side chick.
Chris was Chris was the previous singer who passed in a motorcycle accident.
No, that's
and that's how I came in. I was just Odds Against. And
Contact started back up because Greg took a second shift job,
and we got bored.
And we were just, it's lacking a little bit.
And when you guys had some other creative outlets you wanted to fucking fulfill. That's usually what happened.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of music.
What's funny is that's why they got Contact back going. But me being me, that wasn't enough for me, so I ended up playing bass for JWL for about 4.5 years.
Happens.
Oh, John Woodson's leg?
Yes.
Yeah.
And doing Odds Against.
Are you still in that band? Are you still in that band?
No. Well,
is that band still a thing?
I quit that band about, a year or two ago, but I still get up and do shows with them every once in a while.
Okay. As always, it's like an ever-evolving band in this town, that seems like.
Dustin's great, man. I love
Who's singing for them now? Are they having a singer again? Because when you were doing it, they were acoustic only, right?
No, Ricky was singing.
Because at one point, they didn't have a singer at all.
Yeah, Ricky left, and then we didn't have a singer. We tried a guy out, and then that's when I ended up leaving. And I was in only Odds Against for about a month, and then they talked me into doing Contact. So
nice. Well, nice. I like that you guys got a nice community of fucking friends and a couple cool fucking bands out of it, dude. That's always good to see. I like to see a good fucking core nucleus staying together for. Well, you guys have been doing this for. You guys have been doing this.
We
before.
don't like to stand still.
You can't. Him and I have been playing together since the '90s.
See, I mean that's hard to beat, man, and that shows on stage. It shows on stage when you guys are up there. It really does. So check out everything Odds Against, guys, and check out everything Aaron and Austin show, and we fucking love you. Cheers.
Kansas Hardcore.
The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Media, Wichita by AB, Sacred Leaf, PK Pest Management, JEllis Kitchen, and Diaper Jam.